This movie is a convincing argument for the necessity of cinematic prophylactics. This movie should never have been made. Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Neil Regan, and this is my review of Daughter. I had my misgivings about Daughter. It's a directorial debut, and the director co-wrote it with someone who also co-wrote Angel Whispers. But Daughter stars Kara Hui, aka Wai Ying Hong, so of course I went to see it. What I didn't know is that Yanni Chan plays the daughter. Young Ms. Chan, who spends a lot of this movie looking like Chrissy Chow's stunt double, is a member of Supergirls. They're starting to crop up in a lot of local movies the same way Hatcha did a few years ago. Like a herpes flare-up you have to tolerate until it goes away. From what I've read. Jesus, where were we? Ah yes, Yanni Chan's acting, or lack thereof. She stinks. She's not even present in the movie, she's just there. For that and a lot of other reasons, it's easy to say that Daughter is as good as it can be with a Supergirl in the titular role. The film opens interestingly in a church, but with very foreboding music. But then it immediately goes into this high-tension scene that we're given no context or understanding for. We're just somehow expected to get caught up in it. It's a cheap ploy that fails resoundingly. But there's a lot of that in Daughter. Why did the DJ at the pool party stop the music just because a mom showed up to yell at her daughter and tell her to come home? Well, because it adds to the dramatic focus of the scene, or it takes you out of the movie, one or the other. But like I said, there's a lot of that. There's an astounding inconsistency in almost all of the characters' behaviors from scene to scene. A psychiatrist who specializes in family issues would not be completely ignorant of the fact that she's at fault for the way she raised her daughter. Apparently, it's just the scriptwriters who are completely ignorant of those facts. A trained psychiatrist would notice her daughter, or anyone else, having a psychotic episode and would probably do something about it other than just drinking and screaming. That don't make you a bad person, I'm just saying. I'm also saying that Kara Hui necking a whole bottle of pills and washing it down with whiskey is hot. But never mind. If you ask someone if they saw a ghost, the next day, when that person you ask tells you that you saw it, you shouldn't then deny that ghosts exist. Speaking of which, when that neighbor, the woman who saw the ghost, tells her husband, "Our neighbor's been acting weird because I saw a ghost follow her," would the husband just accept it? Wouldn't he maybe think that his wife is acting a little weird because she's seeing ghosts? Or is that just me? If your daughter climbs up on a banquet table at a public function, would you really just sit there and watch her? And would you continue to sit there and watch, i.e. embrace public humiliation with more hands than Callie, while she proceeds to pay the water bill all over the table? Let's ask Dennis Leary.
I don't fucking think so.
The use of an audio jump scare like this is usually accompanied by some sort of change of what we see on the screen. Not in this movie. It's almost as if that sound got left in there by some sound editor who didn't clean up after themselves when they were through at the end of the day. If you're having a birthday celebration at home, wouldn't you want some lights on in the house? After the audience has been told that a woman has had an abortion, and after the audience has seen her having sex with a guy, why on earth did they focus on their feet? And then the audience is shown the woman feeling nauseous. Do you really have to show us the pregnancy test? There's really no need to be that pedantic. Then again, a lot of women have said that the very idea of having sex with me makes them want to puke, so I guess I could give that one back. This movie ended up so bizarre and confusing that listening back to my notes, there are things that I can't even remember happening, and they sure sound like I would remember.
Oh my god, there's a menstruating fat man on the ceiling.
It's hardly a revelation that the cure at the 1 hour mark didn't actually work. If it did, you just ran out of movie, and we're not that lucky. But it does get us to one of the few things in this movie that I really did enjoy. Kenny Wong playing a Catholic priest.
Oh, Kenny, why you do this to me?
In Arnold Schwarzenegger's heyday, his films always had what I like to call the click scene. The best thing in Daughter is a click scene featuring Kenny Wong preparing for an exorcism.
I need an old priest and a young priest.
But then he shows up at a house with what might be very generously called a Vatican SWAT team. And by this point in the film, I was in no mood to be generous. I watched Daughter, and that's a mistake I have to live with. It's so bad I may need to go to confession. Just watching the trailer after I grabbed it for the opening of this review made me mad all over again. The writing and 90% of the acting is just horrendous. Remember I talked about the foreboding church thing in the opening of the film? It ends up not making any sense or having any relevance. I sincerely feel bad for Kara Hui because she's a great actress and she does well in her role and she deserves a lot better movies than this tripe. You know what? Don't steal 90 minutes of my life to make me sit through what turns out to be some kind of cack-handed pro-life propaganda movie. I'd say I spoiled this movie, but it's already as rotten as a dead choggy left in the sun in August. I'm not even a woman, but I find myself unable to resist telling this movie and the people who made it to stay the fuck out of my uterus. If you want to watch this movie, there's something wrong with you. If I find out you watched it, I'll slap you. If you steal this movie, you'll get what you deserve because this movie is crap. When the movie comes out on video, I'm not updating the description because guess what? This thing's so bad, it's probably never going to see the light of video day, so to speak. If you enjoyed my review, please tell me. If you didn't enjoy it, go ahead and tell me. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.